Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we are talking about the most valuable and most demanded British 2 pence coins that are worth a lot of money. Many people use 2 pence coins every day without knowing that some of them can be very rare and valuable. Certain error coins, limited mint coins, and old designs can sell for a huge price to collectors. Around the world, coin collectors are searching for these special 2 pence coins, and you might already have one at home. In this video, I will show you the top valuable 2 pence coins, how to identify them, and why their value is so high. So stay tuned, watch carefully, and check your coins, because you could be holding a small coin with a big value. Let's get started.
First up, the British decimal.
2 pence coin dated
2001, which is a familiar coin to many people across the United Kingdom, yet it carries history design,
meaning minting detail and collector interest.
that often goes unnoticed. This coin belongs to the modern decimal era. Introduced in 1971, and by 2001 it had become part of everyday
Life used in shops, pockets, and
savings jars, while at the same time quietly preserving the legacy of British coinage.
tradition. The 2 pence denomination represents
Practicality, durability, and continuity, and the 2001 issue reflects the stable economic period of the early 21st century, making it an important reference point for collectors, beginners,
and long-term numismatists who enjoy studying circulation coins. The 2001 British 2 pence
coin was struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II,
whose portrait appears on the obverse of the coin. This portrait was
created by Ian Rank Broadley and introduced in 1998, showing a mature and
realistic likeness of the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The
design was praised for its dignified appearance
and accuracy, and it remained
in use for many years. The inscription around the portrait includes the Queen name and title,
reflecting the constitutional
monarchy of the United Kingdom, and this obverse design helps date the coin within a
specific era of British numismatic art.
On the reverse of the 2001
2 pence coin, we see the famous
Prince of Wales feathers design,
created by Christopher Ironside, which had been used on the 2 pence coin since
decimalization. The three
feathers rising through a coronet
with the motto Igdian beneath symbolize service and
heritage, and above the design is the denomination 2 pence. This reverse became iconic
and was only replaced later by the Royal Shield design in 2008, which means the 2001
issue belongs to the classic
original reverse type,
making it especially nostalgic for
collectors who prefer traditional decimal designs. In terms of composition, the 2001
2 pence coin is made of copper
plated steel, which was introduced in 1992, replacing the earlier bronze composition.
This change reduced production costs and altered the magnetic properties
of the coin, which is one way collectors can easily identify post 1992 issues. The coin has a diameter of 25.9 millimeters and a weight of
approximately 7.12
grams, with a plain edge and a smooth solid feel. Despite
being a low denomination, the manufacturing quality is consistent and durable, designed to
survive heavy circulation over many years.
When discussing the value of the
2001 British 2 pence coin, it is important to understand that most examples
found in circulation are worth their face value of 2 pence due to high
mintage numbers and widespread use. Millions were produced for
circulation, which means scarcity is not a factor for standard coins. However,
value can change depending on
condition. Coins in uncirculated
condition with full
original luster and nowhere can be
worth slightly more, especially when sold in sets or to collectors' filling date
runs, but even then the value remains modest. The real collector
interest in a 2001
2 pence coin comes from errors, varieties, and special presentation. Examples: if a coin shows a minting error,
such as off-center striking,
double lettering, plating defects, or unusual thickness, it can attract significant attention from collectors. Error
coins are always scarce
because they escape quality control and reach circulation in very small numbers. A
genuine verified error on a 2001 2 pence coin could be
worth many times its face value depending
on the type and severity of the
era and demand in the collector market.
Another aspect to consider is proof.
Versions of the 2001 2-pence coin. These were struck specially for collectors as part of annual
Proof sets. Proof coins are produced using polished
dies and blanks and are struck multiple times to create sharp detail and mirror-like fields. A
2001 proof 2-pence coin is not meant for circulation and is
usually found sealed in official
Royal Mint packaging.
These proof examples carry a higher
Value than circulation coins, especially
if the set is complete and in excellent condition,
with original box and certificate. From a historical perspective, the 2001 2-pence coin represents
Britain at the start of a new millennium,
a time of optimism, technological growth and cultural change. While the coin itself did not mark a special anniversary, it circulated alongside other everyday
objects of that era and now serves as a small time
capsule for collectors studying modern British history. It also stands
near the end of the long
run of the original 2-pence reverse design, which gives it added contextual importance within the broader
timeline of UK decimal coinage.
For beginners and young
collectors, the 2001 2-pence coin is an excellent starting point. It is affordable, easy to find and rich in educational
value collecting different dates, conditions, and
varieties. Teaches important numismatic
skills such as grading, metal identification, and historical research. Many collectors begin with common coins like this and later
develop a deeper appreciation for rare issues by comparing them with everyday examples. The
2001 2-pence coin helps build that foundation and encourages interest in British monetary heritage.
In conclusion, the British decimal 2-pence
coin from May 2001 seem ordinary at first glance, but it carries design, beauty, historical
context, and collectible potential. While most
examples remain worth face value, the coin
becomes more interesting when examined closely for condition, errors, and proof status. It represents the classic era of decimal coinage under Queen
Elizabeth II and holds a quiet but meaningful place in UK numismatics. Whether you are
casual saver, a beginner collector, or a dedicated
enthusiast, the 2001
2-pence coin reminds
us that even the smallest denomination can tell a long and fascinating story. Next up, the British decimal 2-pence coin from the year 1986. And this coin is one of the most familiar coins ever used in the United Kingdom.
And many people still have this coin in their pockets, drawers, jars, and collections.
And the story of this coin connects
everyday life, history, royal symbolism, and the evolution of modern British money, making it a perfect topic for collectors,
beginners, and viewers who want to understand why even common coins matter and how value is not always only about high prices but also about history,
design, circulation, and long-term collecting
interest. And this video is designed to guide you step by step through everything you need to know about the 1986
2-pence coin, including its
background, design, metal composition, mintage, value, collecting tips, and
why people continue to search through change for special examples.
The 2-pence coin was introduced as part of the British decimal system, which
officially began in
1971, and by the time 1986 arrived, the coin was already a well-established part of daily transactions used for shopping, travel,
vending machines, and small
purchases. And the 1986 issue followed the standard decimal design
that had been in use for many years, making it instantly recognizable to the public. And the coin represents a time in Britain when cash usage was at
its peak and every household relied heavily
on coins like the 2-pence for daily life, and
this makes the 1986
2-pence coin a powerful
symbol of everyday British history. On the obverse side of the
1986 2-pence coin you
will find the portrait of Queen
Elizabeth II, and during this period, the portrait used was the second
definitive portrait designed by Arnold Machin, and this portrait shows the Queen wearing
a tiara with a calm and dignified expression reflecting stability, continuity, and tradition. And around
the portrait is the inscription of the
monarch title and date. And this design was used for many years, making it deeply familiar to
collectors and the general public.
And for many people, this image of the Queen is closely tied to memories of growing up in the United Kingdom during
the late 20th century. The reverse side of the 2-pence coin features the famous Prince of Wales feathers design created by Christopher Ironside.
And this design includes 3 feathers rising from a coronet with a small ribbon
bearing the traditional motto, and this reverse design was used on British 2p coins for decades and became one of the most iconic
decimal designs, and even today many
collectors appreciate the balance, strength and symbolism of this image, which represents heritage, leadership and continuity, and the 1986 issue maintains this classic look without any special variation,
making it a true example of standard
circulating coinage. In terms of metal composition, the
1986 2p coin was struck in bronze, which means it contains copper,
tin and zinc, and this gives the coin its rich reddish-brown color and solid feel, and
bronze coins were heavier.
The 2p IRB 2007 UK coin is one of the most interesting modern British coins that many people overlook in daily change, yet collectors and beginners in coin collecting always search for it because this coin represents an important
era of United Kingdom
coinage and carries the famous IRB initials, which stand for in rank broadly the designer
of the Queen Elizabeth II
portrait, and this alone gives the coin historical and collectible importance, even though it is still found in
circulation and often misunderstood.
In terms of value and rarity,
the 2007 2p coin was
issued by the Royal Mint as part of the standard circulating coin series of the United Kingdom, and it features the traditional Prince of Wales feathers design on the reverse, which has been used since 1971, and this design symbolizes heritage, authority and national identity, and on the
offers the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by in rank broadly appears
with the IRB initials clearly visible, which confirms the designer and helps collectors identify the portrait type used between 1998 and 2015. The composition of the 2p 2007
IRB coin is copper-plated steel, which replaced the earlier bronze composition, and this
change makes the coin magnetic and slightly lighter
than older versions, and many people mistake this coin for being rare simply because of its color,
sound or magnetic properties, but in reality millions were minted for circulation,
making standard examples common and
usually worth face value only, unless special conditions or errors are present.
When talking about value, the normal circulated
2p IRB 2007 UK coin is generally
worth only its face value of 2p, and bank shops and
collectors will not pay more for a
heavily circulated coin, however uncirculated.
Examples taken from mint rolls or official sets can be worth
slightly more, especially if they show no scratches, wear or
discoloration, and such coins
may sell for a small
premium to beginner collectors
who want clean examples.
The real excitement
around the 2p 2007 IRB coin comes from rare error varieties and minting mistakes, such as of center strikes, double strikes, rotated dies, missing plating or
incorrect metal composition,
and these errors can
dramatically increase the value,
sometimes reaching tens or even hundreds of pounds, depending on rarity, condition and
collector demand, and this is why checking every 2p coin carefully is extremely important. Another factor that can affect value is condition, and grading coins that are professionally graded and
certified with high mint state grades can
attract more attention from collectors worldwide.
And although it is uncommon to grade modern 2p coins, some collectors still do it to preserve perfect
examples, especially those from sealed mint sets or presentation packs. The IRB initials themselves are not a
mint mark, but a designer signature, and many people wrongly believe
IRB means a rare mint or special issue, which is not correct.
However, these initials help date the portrait era and distinguish it from later
designs by Jody Clark and earlier designs by Raphael Maklauf, which makes the IRB era
popular among collectors who specialize in Queen Elizabeth portraits. For YouTube viewers, it is important to explain that most viral videos exaggerate
the value of common coins, and
while it is true that some 2p
coins are valuable, this only
applies to rare errors or unique varieties, and honest education builds trust
with the audience and helps new collectors avoid disappointment while still enjoying the thrill of searching
for rare finds in everyday change.
Collectors should store their 2p 2007 IRB coins in dry
environments using coin flips capsules
or albums to avoid corrosion, especially because copper-plated steel coins are more vulnerable to damage if the plating is scratched, and proper storage ensures
that any potential future value is
preserved and the coin
remains visually appealing for years to come. In conclusion, the 2p IRB 2007
UK coin is a fascinating modern collectible that represents British
history, royal portrait artistry, and everyday circulation, and while its standard value remains low, the possibility of rare errors uncirculated
condition and collector interest makes it worth
checking and keeping. And for coin enthusiasts, beginners,
and YouTube audiences, this coin is a perfect
example of how ordinary money can still hold educational and collecting value, and more durable than modern plated steel
versions, and many collectors
prefer the older bronze to Pence coins because
of their weight, sound, and appearance, and over
time these coins develop natural toning
which can range from bright red, brown to deep chocolate
tones, and this natural aging
process its character
and visual interest, especially for
collectors who enjoy circulated examples. The mintage of the 1986 British to Pence coin was very high because it was
produced for general circulation, and millions of
examples were struck to meet public
demand, and because of this high mintage, the coin is considered
common and widely available, and most examples in circulated condition are only worth their face value of 2 pence.
And this is an important lesson for new collectors
because rarity, condition, and demand play a major role in determining
value, and not every old
coin is rare or expensive,
even though it may be
historically interesting. However, value can change depending on condition and uncirculated examples of the 1986
2 pence coin can be worth more than face value, especially if they retain their original mint luster with minimal marks and scratches, and coins that have never been used in circulation are often found in mint sets or carefully stored collections, and these
examples can sell for a few pounds
depending on demand and market
trends, and collectors often look for coins with
strong detail, clean surfaces, and attractive
color when choosing higher grade examples. Another factor that can increase interest in the 1986
2 pence coin is the possibility of errors or unusual
features, and although rare, some coins may show striking errors of center strikes
or other minting anomalies, and these types of coins attract specialist
collectors who focus on errors and varieties. And while such examples are uncommon, they show
that even ordinary coins can
sometimes become special and
valuable, and this is why many collectors carefully inspect their change, hoping to discover something unusual.
From a collecting perspective, the 1986
2 pence coin is an excellent entry
point for beginners because it is affordable, accessible, and easy to find, and it
helps new collectors learn about
grading, metal composition,
design history, and the importance of
condition, and many people build
complete date runs of decimal to pence
coins, and the 1986 issue plays an essential role in completing such collections. And for long-term collectors, these coins
represent a snapshot
of British life during the 1980s.
In conclusion, the British decimal to pence
coin from 1986
may not be rare or highly valuable,
but it holds strong historical,
cultural, and educational value, and it reminds us that coin
collecting is not only about money, but also about
stories, design, heritage, and everyday history. And by understanding
coins like this one, collectors gain a deeper appreciation for the currency they use and the era it represents. And if you enjoy learning about British coins and want more detailed videos,
next up, the UK 2 pence coin dated
1981, where we explore its history, design, value, collector
demand, and why people around the
world still search for this coin today. This video is made for beginners and collectors who want long, clear information for learning and enjoyment.
If you love old British coins, rare
errors, and hidden value, then watch till the
end, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more coin value videos like this, because every coin
has a story, and the 1981
2 pence coin is no exception. The 2 pence coin of 1981
was issued in the United Kingdom during the
reign of Queen Elizabeth
II, and it represents an important
era of British decimal coinage.
This coin was struck many years after decimalization, which happened in 1971, and by 1981,
the Royal Mint had perfected mass
production of bronze coins. This means millions were produced for everyday circulation, making the coin common but still interesting
for collectors, especially those who collect
Biocert or monarch period.
The opposite side of the 1981 2 pence coin features
the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Machine, which shows the Queen wearing a tiara and facing right. This portrait was used on British coins
for many years and is
one of the most recognized coin portraits in the world. The inscription around the portrait includes the Queen's name and title, which confirms authenticity and origin of the coin and helps collectors identify the correct period. On the reverse side of the 2 pence 1981 coin, you will see the famous Prince of Wales feathers designed with a coronet above and a ribbon below, displaying the words Ich Dian, which means I serve this. Design was created by Christopher Ironside and has been used since the beginning of decimal coinage. The value to pence is shown clearly, making it easy to recognize, and this strong historic symbol adds beauty and meaning to the coin. The metal composition of the 1981 2 pence coin is bronze, which is a mixture of copper, tin, and zinc. The coin has a smooth edge and a solid feel in the hand. Its weight, diameter, and thickness are standard for the time, and because bronze reacts with air, many coins have turned dark brown over the years. Collectors often prefer examples with original red or brown color and minimal wear, which can slightly increase desirability. In terms of value, the 1981 2 pence coin is generally considered a common circulation coin, and in worn condition it is usually worth its face value. However, uncirculated examples can be worth more, especially if they show no scratches, strong detail, and original mint luster. Some collectors may pay a small premium for coins in brilliant condition, or those kept in official mint sets. Value can also vary depending on local demand and collector interest. Era coins are where excitement increases for the 1981 2 pence because any mistake during striking, such as off center strike, double die, weak strike, or wrong planchet, can greatly increase value. Although such errors are rare, they do exist, and collectors actively search through old change hoping to find one. If you think you have an error coin, it is important to compare it with a normal example or show it to an experienced coin dealer. Condition plays a very important role in determining whether coins are graded from poor to uncirculated, and even a common coin like the 2 pence 1981 can become desirable if preserved perfectly. Coins that have never been cleaned, scratched, or polished are preferred. Cleaning a coin can reduce its value significantly, so collectors are advised to store coins safely in holders or albums away from moisture and heat. Many people ask whether the 1981 2 pence coin will increase in value in the future. While no one can predict the market with certainty, interest in British coins continues to grow, especially on online platforms and video channels. Collecting is not only about profit, but also about history, education, and enjoyment. Keeping a full-date collection, including 1981, can be very satisfying for new collectors. If you enjoyed this very long and detailed guide on the UK 2 pence 1981 coin, then please like the video, share it with fellow collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more rare coin values, history, and hidden treasures from your pocket change. Comment below if you own this coin or have found any interesting UK coins, and remember, every coin you see today could be a piece of history tomorrow.